his best three-point shooting season of his 9-year career. It's a 19-11 Heat lead. They already have 3 trays. Doncic steps back, nails another. With a 9-point first quarter. Oh, down the other end, a quick flip finds Jackson Hayes for the Jazz. And the Heat settle back into their 2-3 zone defense. Doncic, a long one. Wow. Bottoms up. There's Doncic. Wow. He's got unlimited range.
Yeah. Fairly mobile as a center. DeAndre looks like he just can't stay with him.
Oh, another laser beam from deep for Luka. Star-studded with Luka and LeBron trying to win here in Miami. Here's Luka. Oh, my. 55.
The straight dispossession. Goes around Powell, leans in. Yeah, count it! And one!
Oh, Luka.
What a
Last
couple
2
of
trips down, it's been all Luka. They strip Norman Powell, and Luka takes it off the dribble, works his way inside, and gets a little his version of the teardrop. And in the next possession, Norman Powell reaching in a couple of times, gets called for the.
With this free throw, 60! 6-0 for Luka Doncic.
All right, Luka, 60 tonight, 40 last night. I imagine you got to your room at about 5 in the morning. How'd you do it?
I don't know. I was tired. But, you know, that shows the team. We kind of played bad in the first half. We struggled. But we came back, you know. This talks a lot about the team. It says a lot. So, great win.
Look, you've been in a rhythm for a couple of weeks now, but to get to 60 and only 30 field goal attempts, how have you gotten dialed in like this over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I feel like my three ball is going well, and then I'm attacking a lot of pain. So just trying to read the game, you know.
You're tired, of course. I'm sure LeBron is too. Age 41, the triple-double, back-to-back games. What was it like playing with him? You guys exchanged a lot of different moments on the court, it seemed like.
Great. I mean, like I said yesterday, you know, without him, we don't win. So the way he's playing, it's incredible to see and incredible to watch.
I suppose the most important thing for you is just to get a win. It's the 8th straight now. What kind of rhythm is the team in at this moment?
I mean, it's very impressive. I know a lot of people didn't get a lot of sleep yesterday, and we come here, you know, we fight till the end and win the game. That says a lot, like I said. Just an incredible win, and we got to keep going.
All right, go get some rest.
Thank you.
Win their 8th straight game, 11 of 12, and the cards were stacked against them going into tonight. They arrived at 5:30 in the morning from Houston. According to JJ, the team met before the coaches even walked in to the locker room last night. They all wanted to play, even though we thought multiple guys would be sitting. But when you're on a heater like this Laker team, and you have a belief like this Laker team does right now in what they're doing, and you can go, you play. And that's exactly what they did. We're going to talk about the win streak. We're going to talk about how impressive this win was. We'll talk about LeBron's 124th triple-double and doing it at age 41. But you got to start with, in my opinion, he better be in the top 2 to 3 of the MVP race, or I don't know what, because what he's been doing, Fish, is absolutely ridiculous. And James, he is the best closer in basketball right now. And over the last 9 games, he's averaging 41 points per game. That's his third 60-point game of his career. He had 20 in the fourth quarter. And the team just knows now. Here's the recipe. You get to the fourth quarter, and it's close, or we have a lead, Luka is going to take us home. And that's what's happening.
Yeah, with no question. I mean,
by the way, I'm fired up, if you can't tell.
You are, and we all are. I mean, historically, the Lakers have had clutch players. You know, Kareem with the sky hook, Magic with his play, Kobe, Shaq, Fish hitting 0.4. We've had, but I don't think we've ever seen one as consistent and as dominant as Luka Doncic. The way he controls the game with the ball in his hand, and a shot maker. Like, he's a shot maker, Geeter, from anywhere, and he's really good at drawing fouls too. So just a solid performance by the team. But Luka, and starting in the second quarter, and what he was able to produce and get this team going. Also, I mean, LeBron didn't maybe miss too many shots tonight either. But 60, and you say this is his
third 60-point game of his career.
Yeah. Fish, take it. That's all. I just don't have much to say about the brother,
Fish, he's
man.
averaging 41 during this win streak.
Yeah.
This 8-game win streak.
Over the summer, I think Luka was on the cover of Men's Health or something, you know, and a lot of the conversation around the new Luka in great shape. It might be the best condition he's ever been in. How will it impact his game? What will look different? What will look the same? And I think the verdict is in that starting the season in great shape, healthy, fit, it's really allowing him at this point in the calendar to arguably be playing his best basketball and not almost looking like he's running out of gas and leaking oil going into the postseason. He's peaking at a time where the team needs it. And some of the individual shot making, like James said, he makes it look easy, but it's hard to describe how difficult the things that he's doing offensively really are to accomplish in an NBA basketball game against other world-class players. And he's making it look really easy.
JJ, we all knew the circumstances, the quick turnaround and everything. What does it say for Luka to still have that kind of a night in the circumstances?
You know, it was a superhero performance. I thought him really getting us, keeping us afloat early was really important. And then all the groups there in the second quarter really did a nice job. The group that started, obviously, the second half that got us the lead was great. But he just, I mean, he made big shots. He made tough shots. Made a lot of right reads. You know, it's when he gets it going like that, it's some of it is you just kind of like let him go. And his teammates felt that. They saw that. You know, we looked for some advantages in some places. The horns chin clear that we ran for the off-ball three was just a big-time screen from DA, a big-time pass from LeBron, and a big-time shot from Luka. I thought, you know, that was one of the bigger buckets he had. But then he had, you know, the crazy step-back three in front of their bench. I mean, you just go down the list. The shot making was unreal tonight.
Luka's led the league in scoring most of the season, but if you asked him in December or January, he said several times that he didn't feel like he was playing his best ball yet. What has stood out to you about this shift over the, you know, not just scoring more, winning more games, defending better, like all of this, what we've seen from him over the last month and a half or so?
Yeah, I think it's been longer than that. I think, you know, the stretch there in December after he had, you know, returned to the team, missed a couple games, you know, the travel and all that. It took a lot out of him. You know, I think he has been an elite now for more than 6 weeks. I think he's been playing great. I think some of it too is just being clear-headed. You know, with all that's happened with our team, it's just he's just in a really good place, and he typically performs at his best when he's clear-headed, and that's what we've spent a lot of the season trying to get to, not just for him but for all our guys.
After you said Luka should be more prominently featured in the MVP conversation, he had the type of performance that had the entire Miami crowd chanting MVP. Why do you think he's not more prominently featured in that conversation?
Because he complains to the refs. I don't know.
JJ, sometimes when you have a guy who is a scorer, who's ball dominant and stuff like that, it can maybe alienate teammates. Tonight, especially here recently over the last, I don't know, this feels like maybe like 2 months, like all hands kind of pulling in the same direction in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
What did you make of his teammates' reaction to tonight? And was there anything, I mean, I'm sure you probably heard that groan after he missed that first free throw.
Yeah, he missed it on purpose. just to build the drama.
Nice.
No, I don't know. I mean, we saw this last night when he closed the Rockets out. His teammates have been, they're enjoying it probably just as much as he is right now. It's a special run that he's on, and we've seen all-time greats like him go on these runs, and you just kind of got to embrace it and enjoy the moment. We're whatever we are, 20 games over 500, and obviously he's missed time, LeBron's missed time, AR's missed time. He's to the MVP point. Like, we would not be anywhere near in the position we're in without him having the season that he's having. He just, and particularly of late, he's dominating right now.
JJ, you said pregame that it takes a lot of work to get to this point, and you sort of just left it there. But you know what the narratives were a couple of months ago, that this wasn't a championship team and couldn't contend. And was there just a point where this group just got tired of seeing dirt kicked on it? Like, what was it that sort of just steeled this group, if you will?
Those are external expectations. That's external noise. That's not something that I think we emphasize or talk about. Our mindset since day one is to continue to get better, to continue to build our habits, continue to connect as teammates and coaches. Maybe it's the injuries. Maybe it's, I've mentioned this before, how loud our losses are sometimes. It just took a little bit longer, and you don't take it for granted when you're in it. It's enjoyable, but that's what an 82-game season is. I remember when I was working in media, Paul George said something about the Clippers, like we don't know what our identity is, or we lost our identity, and it's like, yeah, that happens to nearly every team 4 or 5 times a season. We felt like we had an identity to start the year. There was a lot of interruptions. I told you guys a few weeks ago I was confident that this group would get to a good place. I think we're in a good place. I don't care if you call us championship contenders or not championship contenders. It doesn't matter to me. That's not going to change how I approach coaching this team, and it's not going to change how our players are playing right now.
Eric Spoelstra said before the game that you're giving Father Time hell, and I suppose this is the perfect sort of back-to-back at your age, right? Get here at 5 a.m. to show that. Can you just kind of take us through the mental and physical toll of that, and how you're able to pull through it?
Definitely a mental and physical toll. Obviously, we got in at the time we got in. I don't think anybody got much sleep last night. Just wanted to see how the body feel, how the mind felt. Once we all kind of got going, once I got going this afternoon, and still wanted to come in and see how the body felt after some of the routine things that I do and the treatments things that I do. And decided to give it a go. We all decided to give it a go. So that's a big gritty win for us on the road, especially under the circumstances.
I think the 10th assist to get you the triple-double was Luka's either 8th or 9th three right there in the 4th. You've had special nights like that from a scoring standpoint. What did you make of his night?
You've seen how we all reacted on the floor. We were super happy that he was able to get that last free throw to go to give him a 60-piece. But it was just in the flow. It wasn't even like he was trying to force his way to get it. Everything came in the flow. Once he got hot in that third, obviously he had a red hand, and he just kept it going, and then made some big-time plays for us in the fourth, couple and ones, obviously some threes. So it was big time.
Is that like peak fun basketball? Crunch time, game's tight, making shots like last night and tonight.
Yeah, we got guys that's been in this situation before. When it's crunch time, how to make plays, what needs to be ran, how to slow down the team, mellow the team, and chaos. So to be able to rely on that is very, very important for our ball club.
There's been obviously a lot said about your team. There's always a lot said about your team. But in particular, kind of the fit between yourself and Luka and Austin. Are we just seeing 3 smart players figure it out? Is that what we've seen just kind of over the last few weeks?
I think for us it's always been about time. Just haven't really had a lot of time to actually put in the work on the floor with one another. Obviously we had a little bit of last year, but Luka was just getting to the team, trying to get comfortable with what we wanted to do. We were all trying to get comfortable with what all 3 of us wanted to do. I'll start the year
not in the lineup. AR had a moment where he was out, so it's just trying to figure it out, and then I was out a couple weeks ago and was able to come back and see how I can best fit those guys because they were just playing so dynamic off one another. So, it sells papers a lot easier and clippings and podcasts if you say LeBron. Their team is better off without him. A lot of people will try to view it, so I get it. They're absolutely wrong.
Can you talk about the evolution of performance and recovery technologies over these 23 seasons and what has been a game changer for you, something maybe you will keep using?
Obviously everything gets better. Everything. That's just evolution. It doesn't matter what it is. You can look at a phone from 23 years ago compared to now. You look at cars from 23 years ago to now. You look at everything. Everything can get better, and that's modern technology has definitely helped a lot of performance and whatever the case may be. But also at the same time, a lot of things that I was doing in high school is some of the same things that I'm doing now as far as recovery, as far as stretching and icing, and the most important recovery is sleep. And things of that nature. I've been doing a lot of that, soft tissue work and things since I was in high school. So I have a routine, and obviously me and Mike, he's somewhere around here. Me and Mike has built a program over the last 22 years, and we follow that to a T. And I understand that my body is the most important, and availability is the most important when you out there with your teammates. Being out on the floor with them means a lot, and I've always taken that seriously.
Your commentary's been about living in the moment, but how does it hit you to tie the all-time games played record that Robert Parrish has had for 30 years in a city where it was such an important part of your career? Those 4 years you played.
Yeah, I never looked at it like that, but it is pretty cool to be, like I said, availability. I've always wanted to be available to my teammates, either in Cleveland, here, and now, in LA. So. It takes a lot. It's a mental toll, man, trying to play a lot and being out there, throughout this whole thing, and then under the circumstances that I, kind of been given, and it's just a lot, man. I just give a lot of praise to the man above, and then, to just loving the game and appreciating the game, and then and shout out Chief, man. I've been seeing some of the things that he's been saying about me, and it's not a lot of those OGs that talk like that. To the generation after them, and also about me personally. So shout out to Chief. He's super cool. He dope. I like him.